Hi, Stephanie, please give me 1 second. Okay. All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Please confirm you can hear me.
Yes, we can.
Yes.
All right. Um, we have about 56 people on this call. Oh, that's a bit low. We're expecting about 500. But let's proceed since the call is recorded. Okay, so once again, good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's kickoff session for the skilling program for developers. As we all know, this is a collaborative project between TecKnowledge, Microsoft, and 3MTT. So I would like to welcome everyone to this kickoff session. Now, before we proceed, I would like to say a big congratulations to everyone here, to each of the participants that have made it to this stage. I have to say it was a very rigorous process, applying. We got lots of applications, and we were able to get the successful applicants, and you guys have made it here. So big congratulations to you all for making it up to this stage, and we hope that we'll be able to have a very impactful training session from now henceforth. So let's dive right into the session. Okay, so before we proceed, my name is Odiana Bohime. I am an experience manager here at TecKnowledge. We are the skilling partners for the 3MTT and Microsoft project for developers, as you all know, and we are the skilling partners. I'm also joined by my colleagues here, so they are on standby on the chat box to answer any of your questions, any of your worries if you have. Um, any questions, you can always drop them on the chat box so you don't interrupt the session, and then your queries will be well attended to. Okay, so let's just give a brief background of who we are at TecKnowledge, and then we can proceed right into the session. Okay, so TecKnowledge is a global technology and talent solutions company, right? With um, access, or we have our presence in 3 different continents, right? So we pride ourselves as the number one talent, company, right? So we do trainings, we offer trainings, and then we also offer technical support to most of the world's leading brands like Microsoft, OpenText, and whatnot. So once you hear TecKnowledge, what comes to mind is technical support, professional services, and mass skilling. So as regards the skilling we have presence in 3 different continents. We are in Nigeria, we're in Rwanda, we're in Qatar, we're in Costa Rica, we're also in America, Latin America, right? And we have been skilling for the last 7 years. So we are not new in this game, right? We're not new in this game. We've had, big clients who've skilled for government organizations and global entities. So we are happy to partner with 3MTT and Microsoft on this project. Okay, so this slide just talks about our impact. So as of now, we've skilled over 50,000 learners, across 200 prominent brands in 3 different continents. So this is who we are, this is what we do, and we do our job very well. Okay, so your learning partners in this journey, like I said earlier, TecKnowledge is the skilling partner for this project, and this is the delivery team. So henceforth, these are the people that you're going to be interfacing with in all your different cohorts and tracks. So we have our country leader here, my humble self, going to be an experience coordinator for this project. We also have Toby, Quinette, Amaju, Mark, and Wally. So they are all on this call. And as we proceed, if you have any questions, you can always drop them on the chat box and they'll be happy to respond. Okay. Just to confirm, am I still audible? Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, you can just use the thumbs up.
Yes, we can.
All right, beautiful. Okay, so let's go into the crux of the matter. So for this project, as we all know, there are 6 tracks in total. The first track is the AI and machine learning. The second track is cloud computing. The third track is data analysis. We also have data science, DevOps, and cybersecurity. Now, I'm sure most of us here already have context to what these tracks speak about. We know what AI is, cloud computing. We should have knowledge, data analysis. Of course, everybody's trying to crunch data now, and it's also worthy to know that we got the highest number of applications from data analysis. It's like everyone, is now interested in data, and we are happy to have you guys on board. And then data science is just the next level of data analysis. Then we have DevOps, for the developers, and then cybersecurity, keeping everyone safe online. So we have 6 tracks, right? And as you can see from the screen, these 6 tracks are going to run for a duration of 7 to 8 days, depending on the particular track that you've been assigned to, right? And these tracks are going to flow from the fundamentals straight into the intermediate and advanced topics. So what I mean is we're going to start from the very, very foundational topics. For example, for data analysis, we're going to start with Excel, basic Excel, then we move into more advanced Excel functions and commands before we now get a deep dive into business intelligence tools like Power BI and whatnot. So this training is it's suitable for anyone, even if you don't have advanced experience on some of these topics, there's a spot for you, right? So we're going to flow from fundamentals to advanced. Now, also for each of the tracks, there's a technical part of it, which is the courses itself. That's the technical part, but there are also going to be power skills. When I say power skills, I mean soft skills. So these soft skills, we just added them for us to give you a robust learning, right? A robust learning architecture where you don't just go away with hard skills like coding and whatnot, but you also have power skills. You also have soft skills. We'll give you courses on personal branding, give you courses on project management, on risk management and assessments. All this would help you in your career moving forward. So we had to, put that into the program to help everyone to get like a robust learning experience. So it's a combination of technical skills and soft skills. And these programs are going to run for a period of 7 to 8 days, as you can see on here. Okay, so I believe everyone on this call has gotten these emails, but if you haven't, I had to put a snapshot here just to ensure that we're all on the same page, right? So this is a snapshot of the successful applicant's email, and it gives certain details that I would like to highlight here. So for this particular individual, it says, "Dear learner, congratulations, you've been selected to participate in the upcoming cloud computing 7-day virtual session." So this tells us that this person has been enrolled into the cloud computing track, right? And it runs for 7 days. 5 days technical and 2 days soft skills, hosted by TecKnowledge. Now, this mail also carries details of the training schedule. So as you can see, you know your start date, which is 26 May 2025, and you know your end date, which is 6th of June. Now, I just want to put it out there that not everyone is going to kick off the training at the same time because of the large number or the large pool of applicants that we have. The training is going to be phased, right? So there are different cohorts. So some people might start earlier than others, but it doesn't mean that you won't get the same experience. You're going to get the same value, just that we had to break it down into different cohorts or into different tracks so that everyone, we can, cover better, right? And it's better managed. So we have about, 40, 50, 60 people per cohort. And then depending on the number of successful applicants we have, we'll break it down into multiple cohorts of 3, 4, 5. So I just wanted to put that out there. So for the training schedule, like I said, you'll see your start date 26 May, the end date is there, the timing of the sessions clearly stated there, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. right? And between this period, they're going to be having 30 minutes break, right? 30 minutes to 1 hour. If there are additional breaks, we'll let you know as the session progresses, right? The training mode, of course, as we all know, this is a virtual training, so we're not expecting anyone to come anywhere. This is not a physical session. This is a virtual session, and we're going to be using Microsoft Teams throughout the duration of this project, right? Now, you also have the training link. Now, this is very important, right? So this is your training link to join your particular session. So this link gives you access to your training for the duration of your cohorts, right? So from 26 May to 6 June, you've been enrolled for that program, and this is the training link that you're going to use to get access to those trainings. Now it's also worthy to note that these trainings will be recorded, right? So for any reason, if you'll be unable to join, right, you would reach out to your experience manager as to why you're unable to join, and we'll make sure you have the recordings available. I know some people might be asking, who is our experience manager? Don't worry, in the coming days, you'll get to know your experience managers. They'll be liaising with you via mails, right? And then you get to know them. Okay, so the mail also has information about the LMS. Now I'm going to speak to this in the future. Maybe in the next 6 minutes, I'll speak about this LMS and how everyone can get access. All right. And now the last thing on the email, it speaks to some of the things you have to keep in mind before the training. Now, please, guys, I need everyone to note that you need to have access to a functional computer, right? There is no way you are going to get value from this training if you don't have access to a functional PC, because you're not going to be coding with your mobile devices, or you're not going to be wrangling data, right, or crunching data with your mobile devices. Like, there's no way it's going to work. It's not going to work. So please and please and please, if you don't have a personal computer, please do well to get one before your training commences. It's very, very, very important. Very important. Very important. Very important. So you also need, of course, access to Microsoft Teams application. So please and please, I also like to implore everyone, if you have like an organization Teams, maybe like company Teams, please don't use your official Teams. That is like, if you have an official Teams, please download like Teams for personal use, right? And use the personal Teams, because if you're using the official Teams, you might have some administrative access limits, and you might not be able to get the full experience, because we've also added learners to Teams channels where they can collaborate and share information. So please download the personal Teams with your personal email address, so that you get like full access to all the resources that we're giving you for this project. So also, you need a stable internet connection. Very important, very important. In the past, we've had learners complain that their network is unstable, and that's why they were not able to join or get value from the training or whatnot. Please and please, as we all know now, this training is a fully virtual training. So your stable network is a no-brainer, right? You have to have stable internet connection to gain access to all the resources for the next 7, 8 days, right? Also, you need a quiet learning environment, of course. It's very important to have a quiet learning environment so that you can get value from the session. So this is the email that everyone should have gotten. If you are yet to check your mailbox, please do so. Take a look at the emails and then sign up with the training links. Okay, so let's move on. All right, so what are our expectations from you for this program? First of all, of course, there are going to be assessments. That's a no-brainer. So a pre-program assessment. Now, the pre-program assessment has already been done. For most of us here, I'm sure we took the assessment on the Microsoft Forms link when we were applying for the program. So we have done a pre-program assessment. That's what we used to actually, filter the data and get successful applicants. But now it's also worthy to note that there's going to be a post-assessment. Now, because we're going to be giving out certification vouchers to all of you, okay, not all of you, but because we're going to be giving out Microsoft vouchers, right? We have limited vouchers. Now, let me give an example. So for data analysis, I think currently we have about 100 and something participants, right? And we're only looking to certify about 50. So you can imagine what that means, right? You can imagine what that means. So there's going to be a post assessment. So based on how you perform, during the training and in the post assessment, we're going to select the top participants across all tracks. We're going to select the top participants across all tracks based on the results of post assessment, and then how you fare during the training. It's a holistic review. So based on the analysis, you get free certification vouchers, sponsored by Microsoft. So please take note of that, right? Everyone is going to get access to the training resources, right? But not everyone would get certification vouchers, only the successful ones. So this is a race, right? This is a race to the finish line. So please do well to run your best race. Okay, so we are also going to be providing labs. So we're going to be providing lab environments, where you can actually test some of these theories and some of these things you are learning. It's a hands-on lab environment. So all of these things are going to be provided for you on our in-house learning management system. Okay, so now let's move on to the next metrics that matter. So during the course of the program, we are going to be sending out surveys, for the learners to tell us how they are enjoying the program, how the program is faring, what they would want us to do, what they are enjoying from the program and whatnot. So it's just a holistic feedback survey to tell us how the program is going, how they're enjoying the program, and all those things, the nitty-gritty details. Just give us constructive feedback. Yeah, that's what we require from you. Attendance, of course, we're going to be taking attendance. So like I said, for any reason, if you're going to be unavailable to join the live sessions, please do well to drop a message to your experience manager. Like I said, in the coming days, your experience managers will be reaching out to you personally. So you get to know them, you know their faces, you have their email addresses and everything you need, every assistance you need. So please take note of that. Dropouts. Now, for any reason, if you know that you're not going to be able to complete the program, please let us know. Please let us know. Please let us know. Maybe during the course of the program, you got a job, or maybe you had something urgent to attend to, an emergency. Please tell us so that we can accurately document all of this, right? So please take note. Please take note. So achievement codes, yes. So for the program, of course, we're going to be giving out Microsoft badges to everyone. Now, everyone will be getting Microsoft badges, right? But not everyone will be getting certification vouchers. So Microsoft badges, everyone can go to, once we share the codes, everyone can go to Microsoft Learn and redeem their badges, right? And once you have redeemed the badges, those badges attest to the fact that you have completed the training in a particular track. So if it's data analysis, you have a badge that you actually completed this training on Power BI, right? And you can go ahead to post that on all social media platforms, right? You can post that on all social media platforms, your LinkedIn and whatnot, right? And I've already spoken about the certification vouchers. Okay, so for communication, so we're going to be deploying or utilizing Outlook, of course. So email correspondence like we've been doing already, right? Also, we have provided a dedicated Teams channel for everyone. So based on your selected tracks, we have assigned different Teams channels for everyone. So these Team channels are going to be used to communicate some information. So for example, maybe after the trainings, you want access to the recordings will be dropped there. If there's any important information or updates, we're going to be dropping those updates on that Teams channel. So everyone has access, everyone has eyes into what's happening in the program. So the Teams channel is for everyone based on your selected track, to get access to live information as the training, progresses. Yeah, so attendance, yeah, I've spoken about that, 80% attendance, and you just have to be active. Active participation is what we want from everyone. Trust me, if you participate actively, you're going to get value from these sessions. You're going to get value. You don't want to know the caliber of trainers that we're bringing on board for you guys, the best of the best, Microsoft certified trainers, MCT trainers. So they're going to give you guys the best. So for breaks, of course, we're going to be having tea breaks and lunch breaks. We're also going to communicate these times to you before your training begins so that everyone is aware. Now, the sessions are going to begin actually from next week. We're starting with a few cohorts from AI and machine learning, cloud computing, data analysis, and DevOps. But like I said earlier, do not be worried if your session or your cohort is not starting next week, right? Everyone has been assigned dates and time slots for their training. And unfortunately, you cannot switch cohorts or ask to get another cohort or another track, right? Because now we're at maximum capacity. So any track that you've been given is what you have to work with. So please make out time. Please make out time to attend your trainings. And for any reason, if you will be unable to join the live sessions, just look out for the recordings, but make sure that your participation, you're giving 100%, right? That's what we want from you, 100%, because at the end of the day, there's going to be a post-assessment, right? And only the successful applicants will get the perks that this training is offering. Okay, let's proceed. So house rules. So we have some house rules, that everyone needs to take note of. Punctuality, very important. We don't do African time here. No African time. Our sessions begin by 9. It's expected, that at max 8:55, everyone is already on the call, right? So please, we don't want people joining by 9:30 or by 10, and then you start asking the trainer to go back, like you're taking everyone aback because of you didn't join the classes on time. So please, punctuality is very important. Active participation, of course. Please ask questions, right? Ask questions, participate in group activities, right? Use your labs. Use your labs. You don't want to know how much those labs have cost us, but we want to give you the best experience. So please use your labs, right? Use your labs. Make sure you come prepared. Of course, I already spoke about having a functional laptop, right? And stable network. It's very important, very important. You're not going to enjoy this training without those two things. Consideration for others. Please, in the past, we've had cases where maybe learners have become so familiar or so fond of each other, and then they begin to speak their native languages on the call. Please, that is not allowed, right? We have to consider others. This is a professional setting, right? This is a learning environment, and English is our official language. So please always try to speak proper English, no pidgin English, no pidgin English, no native languages, right? Because you've seen your brother, from your village doesn't mean you start speaking your native language in class. So please ensure that communication is top notch, right? English across board. Feedback, yeah, we also need you guys to provide constructive feedback, about the training materials, the training content, the level of expertise of the trainers, and the overall experience of the training session, right? We already know that you guys are going to give us 100%, but of course we need those feedback so that we'll know where to improve and how well you are enjoying the sessions. Completion of assessments, very important, guys, very important. Not just assessments, anything, whether it's surveys, whether it's the Microsoft badges, whether it's the MTM links, whatever is given to you, make sure you maximize it, make sure you utilize it, make sure you do and execute as at when due, please, as at when due. If you are given an assessment and you have to submit before the next class, the next day, please ensure you do your assessment and have it ready. Have it ready. Okay, active participation is important. Active participation is important, right? And I want to implore everyone, this session is just for a maximum of 8 days, right? So we don't want people to start and then drop off, midway, right? The energy that we're using to go into this training, let's keep that energy, let's keep that fire burning, right? Let's keep that momentum up and maximize this opportunity that has been given to us on a platter. Okay, so at this point now, we'll be moving to the LMS platform and the user guide. Okay, so I will need to get some feedback from everyone on the call. So has anyone gotten an email from Elevate LMS? Has anyone gotten an email from Elevate LMS? I think the subject should be Elevate LMS. If you've gotten an email, just unmute your mic and say, yes, I've gotten an email. Has anyone here gotten an email from Elevate LMS?
Yes, I have gotten
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
beautiful, 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 beautiful. Okay, so I believe some people have gotten, or everyone has gotten an email. But if you are yet to get an email, or if you are yet to check your email, please check your email for a notification from Elevate LMS, right? And now I will just guide you on the steps to get access to an in-house learning management platform. So first of all, what is that?
Excuse me, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I'm yet to receive the email, the Elevate
Okay.
email that you just commented now.
Okay, no problem. Just drop your name on the chat box. Someone will attend to you. Okay. Thank you. All right. So as I was saying, our Elevate LMS is just our in-house learning management system, that allows learners to collaborate, to network, and to gain access to all the learning materials that they need to thrive in their various classes or various cohorts. So what does the LMS include? It includes materials based on the training that they're doing. So if you're doing data analysis, you're going to have materials on Excel, you're going to have materials on Power BI, and any other materials, access to your labs environments, you're going to have them there. Also, all the assessments that you're going to be doing in this project, any assignments, everything is going to be on this platform. So it's a very robust platform where you can gain like full access to all the learning materials, all the documents, PDFs, videos, anything at all that's going to be utilized for this training. You're going to have it
Hello,
here on this
hello,
platform.
hello, sir.
Hello.
Well done, sir. Mine is Campus Elevator. Campus
Yes.
Elevator.
Yes. Sorry
Yes,
to
correct. Correct.
sorry for jumping in. Thank you. Can you drop all your questions? We have a lot of people on the call, and we can't take all the verbal questions at once. So drop all your questions in the chat. Somebody's going to respond to you. So irrespective of whatever Elevate email you got it from, whether it's campus or it's from Elevate itself, it's fine. If you haven't received yours, just drop your email and somebody would respond to you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Stephanie. Okay, so basically that's what the LMS platform is about. It's just a holistic learning management system where participants have access to all the learning resources. Every learning resource that you need for this project, you have access to it. Please, if you have any questions, just kindly drop them on the chat box and they'll be attended to. All right, so for all those that have gotten that email, I'm sure you will have seen like a username and a password, right? So what you have to do is to copy your username and copy your password. Please, when you're copying your password, ensure that you don't copy the space like before or after the text, the string. Because if you do that, it would now be prompting you to be giving you a prompt that your password is incorrect. So please make sure you are copying the right password, copy it properly, right? So if you copy it properly, you shouldn't have problems with the system giving you errors of incorrect password, because we've gotten some emails about some people complaining that they got prompts with unsuccessful password, like unsuccessful password prompts. So please make sure you copy your passwords properly. So once you are done doing that, all you have to do is just you log in, right? And once you log in, you're going to see a dashboard, right? Yes, so you're going to see a dashboard like this, and that dashboard is going to carry the information that you can see on your screen. So it's going to have a button, right? For my courses, it's going to have a button for dashboard. So all you have to do from this point is just to click on my courses. Now, once you click on that button, my courses, you're going to see the course that you've actually been enrolled into. So if you were enrolled into data science, you're going to see the data science course boldly there. If you were enrolled into DevOps, that's exactly what you're going to see. If you're enrolled into AI, you're going to see that exact course. So all you have to do from that point is just to click on the course. And then once you click on the course, you're going to see every relevant material or document in that course that's going to guide you. Of course, as we progress in the training, we're going to be adding more materials, like some assessments. The post assessments will be uploaded, later on as we progress, because the post assessment is actually going to mirror the exact certification voucher that we are giving to successful learners. So it's going to be a very holistic assessment, right? So we take our time to make sure that we give you guys the best and ensure maximum success in the certification or when you're taking your exams. So like I said, once you sign up, the first thing you do is to copy your emails, your usernames and passwords, sign up. Once you sign up, you see two buttons, right? One is dashboard, one is my courses. So the next thing you have to do is to click on my courses. Once you click on my courses, a page pops up with the exact course you've been enrolled into. And once you click on that course, That's it. You have access to every other thing that is within that course. So basically, that's all for the LMS. Like I said, every material you're going to be needed is going to be there. Your labs, your PDFs, the training files, your assessments, even extra learning resources. So yeah, I actually forgot to mention, we're also going to be giving you guys some resources on GitHub, some free resources on GitHub for this project. So just be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for that. GitHub is also giving us some free perks to the learners. So we're going to be giving you guys that free of charge. So be on the lookout for those resources from GitHub, and maximize every opportunity that's been given to you in this project. Okay. So let's take some of these FAQs before we take some questions, and then we can call it a day. So some of the FAQs here, will there be certification for this training? Yes, of course. Like I said, exam vouchers will be given to successful learners. What is the duration for this training? The training ranges from 7 to 8 days, depending on your assigned track. Is this a physical training? No. The program is delivered through virtual training workshops using Microsoft Teams. So like I said earlier, access to a personal computer and to stable internet is a prerogative for you to get into this training. It's very important, please. At any point in time, if we find out that, you don't have access to some of these resources, we might have no option, but we yank you off because you won't be able to get value, right? You won't be able to get value from the training. So please ensure that before your training commences, you gotten access to all these resources. Okay. Can I invite my friends to join the class? Unfortunately not. You can't invite your friends, right? The training invitation is specifically for you. Do not share the link. Please do not share the link. Thank you. Can we switch cohorts or change tracks? No. Unfortunately, currently all tracks are at maximum capacity. All tracks are maximum capacity. So if you're an AI and you want to switch to DevOps, currently we won't be able to do that. The only thing we can do is we can give you access to the training videos, right? So for example, if you're an AI and you want to have access to training videos from another cohort or from another track, yes, we'll be able to provide access to those training videos. But for you to switch tracks totally, that will not be possible considering that we're at maximum capacity now. So who do I contact for more information and questions? Yeah. So if you have any queries, any inquiries that you would like to make, please reach out to this email here and we would contact you. Okay. So on that note, I would like to take questions now. So if you have any questions, please ensure that if someone has asked a question, please do not ask that question again, right? As we have a lot of people on this call. So make sure that your questions are, one-off. Okay. Farid.
Hello, sir.
Farid, you can go on.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, good morning.
Hello? Can you hear
I
me?
can hear you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, loud and clear. Good morning.
Okay. Yeah, good morning.
Yeah.
Thank you for the presentation. It was very comprehensive. You explained a lot because I had a lot of questions and you've already covered most of it. But
Okay.
one more question I have is, I remember when applying for this program, it mentioned, because my track is artificial intelligence and machine learning, it mentioned that I need a prerequisite of Python. So are there prerequisites that we need to have for,
Okay.
because
Okay.
you also said you teach us the basics, but are there
Yeah.
some prerequisites that we can just quickly, brush up on before coming on?
Okay. So,
Can I take
honestly,
that?
Steph?
Yes, can I take that?
Okay, sure.
Okay. So the essence of requesting for these prerequisites is pretty much to give you a better experience. Because if you have those prerequisites, it would help you learn fast. Remember, this is a fast-paced program. It's 7 to 8 days, depending on your track. But all the courses, all the tracks are going to start with a foundational course. So you have your AZ 900, the AI 900. Even for the data courses, you're going to start with Excel. So everything is going to start. We're going to start from scratch, but it's expected that you would pay attention, like what Janison has said, to give your 100% attention. You need to join your classes early, stay till the end of the class. If you're not even going to be there, make sure you listen to the recorded sessions. So everything that you're going to learn, you're going to be taught, and it's not really expected that maybe like Python or something for you to succeed. No, they will start from the foundations, but it would only help you catch on really quick. And there's something else I'm going to add. Consideration for others. People are at different levels of knowledge. You have some people who already have maybe like an intermediate knowledge of a particular course, and people who are just starting. So I would please like to ask for your patience. If you have intermediate knowledge, please be patient so those who are learning for the first time would be able to catch up, with the class. Yes, so people have different paces, learning paces, but please just go with the trainers. The trainers, like Audie said, are Microsoft certified trainers, they're experienced trainers, they're patient as well too. So hopefully you get the best experience. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, it does. Thank you very much.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
My name is Biliamin Ibrahim Rima. So I am student, and this training is clashing with my lectures. So is there any possible way to adjust the time, let's say by night or something like that? Thank you.
Okay. Hello, Ibrahim. Unfortunately, we can't have sessions at night, right? I think I spoke to this earlier. The training sessions and slots have already been booked, right? So for any reason, if you'll be unable to attend the live sessions, we have made recordings available for all those that will not be able to attend live sessions. So we'll make these recordings available for you to watch at night, right? If that time is convenient for you, those recordings will be made available for you, and then you can watch them at your convenience. But because you cannot join live sessions doesn't mean you will not participate actively and then submit assessments as and when due. So please also make sure that you are active on the Teams channel so that you're getting like live information as they come up, right? So that you have like first-hand access to those information, and then you can submit some materials as at when due. So for having sessions at night, that will not be possible, but we can make the recordings available to you, and then you can view them at your convenience. I hope that answers your question.
Right, sir.
Yeah. Good morning, sir.
Hello, sir.
Good morning,
Morning,
sir.
All right.
Good morning, sir.
Hello.
Good
My name
morning.
is Abed.
Oh my.
I want to know if there will be any follow-up, like any form of mentorship or internship after the 7 days training program.
Okay, so yeah, good question. So we are looking into that. We believe that there's going to be an employability training for the top applicants or the top participants in various tracks, but more information will be passed as regards this in the coming days. So look out for that.
Okay. Just like previous person that asked, he said we'll be dropping videos for those that will be not the live training session. I want to know it won't affect the attendance, but from what he said, there will be attendance.
Okay, so the only way your absence will affect your attendance is if there's no prior communication. So if you don't join the sessions and then you don't communicate with your experience managers, you are just, incognito, that would affect your attendance. But then if you've given heads up that you will not be available for this reason or that reason, then we'll be able to factor that into, our own list or database. So just make sure you give heads up to your experience manager that you will not be on, or you'll be unable to join the session because of so and so reason, and then we'll make things work.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll be taking 3 more questions, just 3 more questions, and then we'll call it a day.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
So my question is this, concerning those that will not be present during the online class. What if you are present in the online class, but you still want to gain access to the record video, just to kind of going through it again after the, like you are going to attend the online class, but you still want to get the recorded video so that you can change it again. That's still going to be possible. And
Okay, so
secondly, yes, sir. So secondly, concerning, okay, my learning track is AI and machine learning. Does it mean Python is the major programming language we are going to develop? So what of people that, okay, maybe their programming language is JavaScript, so does it mean they have to be a shift from what they are used to come? So that is my question, sir.
okay.
Hello. Good morning, sir.
Alright. Okay, can I take the questions one at a time, please?
Okay.
All right, thank you. Okay, so for your last question, like Stephanie said, we are bringing people from different backgrounds, right? So we have factored that into the training. So whether you have programming language experience or otherwise, there's a spot for you, right? So even if you don't have programming language experience or you have Java or C Sharp, C++, whatever it is, the training has been crafted in such a way that everyone is going to get value, right? Everyone is going to get value. So do not be frightened if you don't have programming language experience or you have experience in one particular programming language, as opposed to others. I can tell you for a fact that it's not going to matter in the training, right? Everyone is going to be carried along. So I think that answers your question. Then for your other question as regards the recording is going to be made available for everyone, irrespective of whether you join the live session or not. The recording is going to be made available on your dedicated Teams channel, and then everyone will have access to the recordings, right? And it's actually like long access. You have access for a very elongated period of time. So you have no excuses actually not to catch up with the sessions. Okay, so 2 more questions.
Good
Ismail.
morning.
Okay.
Good morning, sir.
Edit. All right, go on. Good morning, Edit.
I'm actually sorry for joining late. I don't know if there is any form of onboarding because I've not received any mail concerning that, so I know where to access the dashboard and every other thing.
Okay. Edit, you joined late, so
I'm sorry.
I'm going to put you on my blacklist. Anyways, I'm just kidding. So kindly check your emails for a notification from Campus LMS or Elevate LMS, right? You should have also gotten another email from 3mtt at microsoftskilling.com, right? You should have gotten 2 emails. So the emails from 3mtt, has details as regards your cohorts, the schedule, and like the requirements that you need for the training. So you should have gotten that email, and then you should have gotten another email from Campus LMS or Elevate LMS with instructions for you to actually join or enroll into the platform. So please just look out for those mails. But if you don't see the mails, just kindly drop your name and email address on the chat box now, and then someone will reach out to you.
Okay,
Good
thank
morning,
you.
sir.
Good morning, sir.
Okay.
Good morning, sir.
So one more question. Who is that going to
Good.
be? Ismail.
Good
All
morning.
right, go on. Good morning, Ismail.
So regarding my choice of AI machine learning, so my question is, how can one learn AI machine learning in 7 days? This is what I'm observing, and I'm questioning its feasibility. I hope you understand my question.
Okay. Yeah, I do understand your question. So are you speaking about the duration of the training?
Yeah, like it is very short. So how can someone learn AI machine learning in that very short period of time?
Okay. So I think you've asked a very good question. But what I would say is I believe that you have to experience something, right, before we begin to make like biases, right? So let's go through the training first. And of course, nobody learns anything in 7 days, if I'm being honest, right? It takes months for you to actually acclimatize yourself with a new architecture or a new programming language or whatnot, a new skill, right? It takes about minimum of 3 months for you to gain expertise in something. So the learning is continuous. So like I said, once we enroll you guys to this platform, we are going to give you additional resources. We're going to give you additional learning resources. There's also a free package from GitHub that we're going to put in there. Other learning resources are also going to be incorporated in there. So if you want to do further learning, right, outside of this duration of this project, of course, you have access to these resources to do further learning. So please do not be frightened that it's just 7 days. How are you going to learn? So you can learn anything in a short period of time. It's just about gaining mastery. So gaining mastery is going to take like extra effort and personal development from you, of course. But as regards getting a strong foundation on this subject matter, of course, you would have like strong foundation in the next 7-8 days. So I hope that answers your question.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much. I hope I've been able to take all the questions or most of the questions, right? I would just like to say thank you to everyone for joining this session. It was a beautiful experience with everyone, and I hope everyone is fired up to start the training. We can't wait to have you guys on board. Just a quick recap, please check your emails for notifications from 3mtt@microsoftskilling.com and from Elevate or Campus LMS. This would give you access to our in-house LMS platform, and the 3MTT mail gives you instructions on how to join your sessions. Now, for any reason, if you don't have access or you haven't gotten these emails, please, drop us a message, on the chat or send an email to 3mtt@microsoftskilling.com, and we will be ready to help you. So on that note, I'd like to say thank you once again, and see you guys in training. Bye for now.
Okay, thank you very much, Odiana sir, for that insightful session. If you have any question already, for those of you who haven't received the email from Elevate, we've already started. Please drop your email address on the chat. We've already started sending emails to people. And if you have any question that you feel we haven't responded to, please, the email has been dropped on the chat. Just send an email now and we'll respond to you immediately. Thank you very much. See you on Monday. Do enjoy your weekend. Bye.